So when the bank robbers made their getaway up Willow, they continued to run up Washington Avenue to where their getaway car was parked. In fact, I understand there's this trailer on YouTube that was produced and is narrated by Dave Grande. Would you like to take a look at it, Bob?
Oh, yeah, that would be very interesting.
Okay.
Castle Shannon Borough is a small, close-knit community nestled in a scenic valley just 6 miles outside of Pittsburgh. For a small town, Castle Shannon is bustling with stores, restaurants, and businesses. The borough is located on busy Route 88 and is bisected by the Port Authority's light rail line. The line was there 100 years ago as part of the Pittsburgh Railway's trolley line. Even a century ago, Castle Shannon, then a ward of Baldwin Township, was a busy farming and mining community with grocery stores, taverns, a post office, barber shop, and Waterman's Hotel on the site of what is now the Mindful Brewing Company. One of the larger buildings in town was the First National Bank, an imposing structure with large Corinthian columns in front of it. The bank was hard to miss, especially from the trolley line. It caught the eye of Mikhail Titov, a Russian immigrant who spotted the bank while riding to Monongahela one day. Titov hatched a plot to rob the bank and enlisted the help of 3 friends, also Russian immigrants, Sam Barkins, Haraska Garrison, and John Tush. The men hired Nick Kamenos, a factory worker who boarded at Titov's sister's home, to drive them to Castle Shannon. Kamenos owned a new Maxwell touring car. The men arrived in town at midday on Monday, May 14, 1917. They had begun drinking early that morning and were intoxicated by the time they left Pittsburgh. Titov ordered Kamenos to park in front of Dr. Lewis Brown's home on Washington Avenue, now Castle Shannon Boulevard, and stay with the car. There were 3 men in the bank when the robbers entered. Cashier Daniel McLean and assistant cashier Frank Irby were seated behind the brass-barred, windowed counter that caged them. A customer, Stanley Rawa, was at the counter. The bloody scene that followed was reminiscent of an Old West shootout. The 4 men, armed with pistols, opened fire on the cashiers. McLean and Irby grabbed pistols from the shelf under the counter and returned fire. Both men were fatally wounded. McLean, 45, a widower, left a daughter, Margaret, 15, and sons Harold, 11, and Raymond, 8, as orphans. Irby, 32, lived in Library and planned to propose to his girlfriend that very week. Rawa was spared and left tied to a chair. The bandits looted the bank of more than $17,000. The homicidal holdup and aftermath would go down in western Pennsylvania history as one of its most notorious crimes.